Hello, ST Good here, and seeing how my last commentary video was, pretty successful for what it was. I didn't think people would watch it, really. I'm glad, though, because I love listening to commentary. I love creators explaining, the thought process behind their video. So we're going to do that with my most recent list video, which if you haven't seen, go click that card, please. And that's the top 10 most disappointing LEGO sets. So this one wasn't as long of a process as the last list video, which was a top 25 of most wanted of summer 2019, but it still took a while. The process was longer, I guess, in terms of production, but time-wise, it wasn't as long. I scripted a lot of it back in April, actually, on the treadmill when I was doing the gym, and I kept having to push it back because I started working on the top 25 of summer because that's more timely. And I really want to put this out because it's such an interesting topic to me, the sets that let me down the most. So let's see how this all turned out, and I could explain it a bit. I did script the two entries I scripted last minute, not last minute, but in the last week or so. Those were ones I was holding back on, and that was number 2 and number 1, I think, because those were the hardest for me to write. But anyways, right here we have the negative effect. I thought that was kind of fun to do to the sig fig artwork that Ash and Flash drew. So top 10 most disappointing LEGO. I actually had, since the incident with the last list video, I had Ash and Flash and Pen Plays. They were nice enough to watch this before I released it. So there was a lot of things I caught, not only when they were watching, but I watched it 2 times before because I'm I can't let as much mistakes happen. And there's one mistake I spotted. We'll see if I spot any more. But before this, there was a mistake at the back where that title didn't dissolve at the right time behind that image. And I caught that last minute. Another thing I wanted to point out was right there, the writing there. I'm not totally satisfied with how that turned out. I was originally going to have it an effect where you write on the screen and it's kind of sketchy. It would have been so hard to produce, and I was trying to look into how to do that, and they're this is one of the hardest effects to do. So I didn't end up doing that, and I'm not totally satisfied with how this looks, but I think it's kind of fun. It looks like I wrote on there, and I'm oh, this has lame minifigures. So almost like a teacher. What I was trying to convey there was a teacher saying, oh, marks off your essay or whatever. That's what I'm getting with that there. So that's what we went for. I say we, but these are all made by me. So we chose the Yoshi's Island theme because it's just a short, not the Yoshi's Island theme, but Kamek's theme from Yoshi's Island, because I wanted a short disappointing song from there, or a short disappointing song to use as transition music. And I was going to go with the Sonic Game Over music, the Game Over or the continue screen music, but I ended up doing the Kamek music. It gets a little annoying at parts, if I had to be honest, but it's fine. We did the house preview, Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, which I could have just done an Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer house preview because it's the same song, but I put a Smash Ultimate because that's where I found it. I should probably put this at 1.25 playback speed. Back to the Future 1 and 2 are some of my favorite movies of all time, but that didn't stop. This one was one that I knew was going to be there from the start because just how it disappointed me back in the day. And it was so fun that I got to include this again. I love that video. It's so bad but funny. That's a classic Just Too Good video where I just point out what's going on with that front hood or whatever. So yeah, my voice sounds so different there. I'm stop. I love that part. But yeah, that was a big thing. I was why isn't there still? It was something that annoyed me back in the day. But that's just how it'd be. Hopefully in the future we do get another one. As I said before, this set was really revolutionary for the time. Yeah, it was revolutionary. Back when it was Kuso, not ideas. But at the end of the day, I'm glad we end up getting this as a set, and I hope in the future LEGO remakes it to fix the front design. And at the very least, I'm glad this set came with fantastic minifigures. As the original teaser that leaked, so hard. If they were missing, this set could have easily taken the #1. That's true. I was worried. You could see my first teaser news video. I was there's no minifigures? What's going on here? This one was Mega Man 2 Flash Man. That was a last minute, okay, what song should I put there? But this one I didn't want to spend too much on because, again, I talked about it on Worst LEGO Remakes. I had a whole rant video on it. And it's the same with the Winter Village set later on. They had to be on the list, but I love this. Of course, this doesn't, I had to add that, but they had to be on the list, and I'm okay, I don't want to sound redundant, so let me just make it quick. For a more recent example, it's the Iron Man Hulk armor set. This is definitely one. This was another one, which actually pretty deep with the musical choice there. This was one where I talked about it recently in the list, the spring 2019. That's this unfortunate part about overlap with this video, but Well, it made it a little bit easier for me because I've researched these before. The Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2007. First off, that's the mistake I found. UGO. I forgot to put the I. Not a big deal. I'm glad that's the only mistake I found and nothing like on the scale of the last one. But also, that's a reference to the Spring 2019 video because I use the same song or the same basis of the song for, I think it was Spirit Caller, Wi-Fi Connection, which is basically the same song. So I like referencing, I like continuity, I like stuff like that with my videos and everything, so I thought that was a cool little thing I could have included there. I never try to use the same music video game choice, but like I'm glad they used that song in different video games so that I could have reused it here. I should have probably done that with the Death Star and some of the other things, but you know, it's not a big deal. I don't remember what music I used for the... Or actually, I don't think I used any music for the Death Star ramp, but I guess for Worst Remix, I might have used the song. I should have probably referenced it there. That was Fade to Black because there's an ad break there. I think I put 3 ad breaks in this video. It's good when I could find, you know, I had to put Buzz Lightyear to Rescue for Toy Story, by the way. I love all the music of that game, but like, it's good when I could find commercial footage because it makes editing pretty easy. And this is my favorite segment of the video, where I just rant about like such a pointless junior set, nothing so consequential. It's just funny. I think I put the best editing in this one, in this segment.
What strange and amazing characters would they include here? What incredible niche build can they make because it's a retail exclusive? Something Zerg. And then after 2019 New York.
Because I'm like, okay, I was tying those in something Zerg. When I was writing it, I'm like, okay, that's so funny. I love that.
Far superior versions in the DZCMF line back. Heck, no exclusive alternate face for Buzz, just the same one that is used in every Toy Story 4 set he appears in.
Music here.
Oh, my disappointment didn't end there. When I bought the Toy Story 4 sets, I was quick to discover Buzz's face print looked horrible. Honestly, there was so much.
That was something I filmed last minute, and it looks kind of bad because I brightened it in autocorrect. I should have just filmed it with better lighting.
We know they'll be in this movie, let alone the possible new characters who didn't appear in these sets. And ironically, despite the name being called the roller coaster, it's just an oval with no dips or any exciting parts of the track.
That part right there, oh my gosh, which I'm glad people are recognizing it in the comments. Not my pick. I think I took it from Flickr. I put the link in the description. But that one, this took me like 2 hours to edit. And I was like, is this worth it? You know, like, I want this joke in here so much. Because if I just put this here, if I put this segment here, characters who didn't appear in these sets. And ironically, despite the name being called Thrill Coaster, it's just an oval with no dips or any exciting parts of the track. In my opinion, it's the least exciting set of the line. Not only that whole rant there a little bit started before I didn't put it at the right time.
And ironically,
but either way, my point, it was almost conveying the angry video game nerd. That was kind of what I was going for there. You know, they are genuine feelings, but just kind of like in that type of way. And I wanted people to know I'm not like really mad at this, so I wanted to put like a joke there. So that's why I put that joke there. And oh my, I'm so proud of how this turned out. This looks like an official Lego piece. I love it. And I used different effects here. Like I had to like blur out everything I put there. Like volume 4. Like the original one I think says volume 3. So I put volume 4. I kind of blurred that so it looks like it's the same type here. I kind of erased some of the writing. So it looks like it's printed on there. And now I'm just so satisfied. I took the line from here and just copy and pasted this on paint.net. And then added like erased like segments of it. And so it looks like it's just like writing like that. And I love how that turned out. I'm so proud of that. That's probably my proudest moment of this whole video.
But for the minifigure choices as well.
Just a little 4-second gag. But it really made me happy. So that was great. I think I've talked enough about this one now.
Despite it being cheaper than the biggest set. It's like this set was a last minute idea rushed for release. As angry as I sound with this entry, if we didn't have the original sets with the missing characters or 5 other sets in this line, this set would have been a lot.
I thought this little animation they made, which I discovered when I was editing, I was like, oh, that's kind of perfect for what I'm saying. So that was useful. Again, when they have commercials, it always helps.
Every year, I wait for the Lego Winter Village set to be revealed.
This is another one. First, I love the music choice here. I was like, oh, snowy. I didn't think of it right away. I was looking for Animal Crossing music. I'm like, oh, this fits. Sometimes when I find a good song, I save it, and I'm like, okay, I could use this for this list I'm working on. So I put that on randomly. It wasn't like a song I'm totally attached to. I never played City Folk, really. But yeah, that one I wanted to keep short because I had a full video on it. And this one I'm like, that was another one, Live on Walnuts. This is a random Sonic Shuffle song. I was looking for music for like a quick news video, and I'm like, this song's kind of a bop. Let me put it on this on this list. So that was a cool, I like the editing there on how I did that with like the whole video because I just kind of chopped it up. That's cool. This one, this segment I knew was going to be so controversial. And I had a little bit better, I had a part that I was supposed to do where I was I was supposed to take a picture of this in my lineup, and I recorded it, and it was on my shelf, and I was like saying, this looks bad next to my modulars, and I had to cut that part because I'm not at that place now, and I'm like, great, I forgot to take a picture of that before I left. I'm not going to be there for a bit, so I'm like that would have been perfect to like convey my point, but I still think I got my point across pretty well here, though I know people are hating on it in the comments. But I'm just saying, again, with this list, it's how these disappointed me. This is my disappointment. It's not your disappointment. This one I had to make I think the lighting worked out for this one. I had to take that old video, and it had pretty bad lighting, so I kind of cranked it up. You can see the old video as a card in the original video. Also, I put RuneScape Schools out because I was like, I want to put that on the list, but I don't know where.
My roof for this side would always break at its attachments to the back wall and not close properly. I'll be honest, and you'll hear me say this later.
I probably built it wrong, but then again, I got some comments saying, yeah, roof didn't work for me, so I don't even know what's going on there. Maybe they weren't clear on the instructions on how to build the roof, but who knows. That's a good set. This one, pretty disappointing without turning that.
And honestly, I had to leave the roof open for the time it was built.
I remember I wanted this segment so bad. Like, I like this interior. And I put the Jurassic Park set there. That was like a last minute addition because I'm like, I don't think that was originally there, but I was like, okay, this one is, because with these transition things and sometimes a thumbnail, I don't want to reveal everything in the video. So I can't put like, okay, Winter Village Toy Shop, you know. I have the Hall of Armor here. I think that I have the Hall of Armor and the Back to the Future Time Machine. Those are two on the list, but like none of these were on the list. And I'm like, I don't want to reveal everything on the list in the transitions and everything. I want you to discover along with me. So that's why I put disappointing sets that can possibly be on the list, but not on the list. I try not to do that in the thumbnails too much, but like sometimes I do. And when I put in the thumbnails, like it's bitten me in the butt. Like for example, I put the Inquisitor in the worst selling, and I'm like, I don't think people knew what that character was, so they're like, what is that character in the thumbnail? And I'm like, I should have featured the set in the video, but I featured Rebels. That was a point saying, okay, Rebels, this represents Rebels, because these are cool. Usually I put the coolest figure for each theme. Okay, he represents Rebels, and that one bit me in the butt. What music did I put here? First off, wait.
I had in 2015 Lego released. It would move as was finished. This set was not made with minifigures in mind. For the number 3 spot,
I think I put a
Ferris
Delta
wheel from 2007
here.
This was my first Lego Ferris wheel outside of the Fabuland line, and that instantly drew me to it. I was very excited to build it, but my disappointment came after it was finished. This set was not made with. It's the Lego time I ever asked for a specific Lego set.
Oh yeah, okay, that's where I was like, I did not put the
not made with minifigures in mind, but I didn't evaluate.
Yeah, I put the Delta Rune song in there. I didn't want to put the Gestro music because I'm like, I gotta save that for a really, really, really important, great, because that's my favorite track from Delta Rune, probably the Gestro battle. So I put the circus music. It was originally supposed to have RCT themes in it, but I think I've used RCT2 theme as like the end of like another video, so I was like, okay, I can't put that here. This was, oh my gosh, I was so glad, and people love this part in the thumb. They either loved it or hated it in the comments. I was so happy I could put this in because I've been seeing on this footage since 2017. So like, it's been 2 years, and I haven't been able to. I was gonna make it. I don't know why I didn't make a video back then, but now I'm like, I gotta use this for something, and I'm so glad I could.
I had a great life. I'll miss you, Ferris wheel.
Of course, that's all a joke. Like people were like anger management, all this. That's it. It's the joke is I'm like, I'll miss you, and then I just literally tear it to shreds. This part, there is one part that makes me cringe every time I see it flip. That part, right there, because I love base plates, and look at this. You see, like that is probably bent. I don't know where these pieces are at. They're definitely in some box somewhere. I'll find them someday. But I was so glad I could put that in this video. I'm like, yes, it fit perfectly.
Bear with me. There's not too many pictures of this.
I put the Pokemon TCG Club Master music here. I don't know. Maybe I should have saved it because I love that song, and it's a song I forgot I love. But I'm like, okay, I forgot I love the song, and I never considered putting it in a list before. So let me put it in this video.
If you push that pump down hard, there will be a little bit of movement on the alien slides, but most of the time I don't remember getting to that.
This was so hard to do because there's no footage of this set. So I had to license. You see, that's from Mecha Bricks. So I got their permission to use that. And it's like a split-second thing, but also, I didn't even think of, I was just typing in Mars Mission commercials, and they had a commercial for this set, and that helped so much, and I found that out later on. So I was like, oh, that's awesome they have that. So, very nostalgic seeing these commercials too. It's probably the commercial that sold it to me, to be honest. Well, then again, I don't think it's just the elevator, so maybe it was like instructions. Alright, number 1.
The most disappointing Lego set to me
was
Lego Dimensions.
A choice from the beginning. I was like, okay, I gotta say, even though I love this song too, Aura Area, it's one of the best Kirby songs, I have to say. And usually the newer, well, I guess Planet Robobot or whatever has good music, but
I was so hyped for that idea.
usually I'm not digging the music from there. Usually I'll use it for like a news video. For news videos and stuff, I use very quick music, very music that doesn't really impact me, but from games I like. But that song is so good, and I'm like, okay, I gotta use this for like a number one. Sometimes I find that number one music, and I'm like, I gotta save this for number one. And this one, I was dreading making this, but like honestly, this wasn't that hard of a segment because I just pulled a lot of my footage from my gaming channel. This is from Just 2 Games. You can watch me commentate on this on Just 2 Games. I just applied it there. That was it. I just applied it to this video, and it worked pretty well.
So Homer, Krusty, and Mayor Quimby of all people. And then Johnny Cash's Space Coyote, since CD Games chose to make a level pack based around the mysterious.
But like, I really wanted to convey like this disappointed me to all end. Like this, The Simpsons. That was one of the main reasons I bought this game, and it was so lame. Like the level pack butchered the episode. Most of the characters didn't even have voices.
Games, not the worst.
That part I think I could have done a little bit better. I was trying. It was going to be a little joke there. Like a game set or whatever. I should have maybe edited something a little bit more.
Lego Sonic. Now allow me to sound entitled for me.
But yeah, I also wanted to show that even though I was so disappointed with this, it isn't the worst because we got all these cool figures from this. This was such a cool thing to get.
But it made building them a pain in the butt when that game barely worked. And that's Lego Dimensions. It just barely worked. As in, the minifigures were amazing, but the main purpose.
You see how I do that? I'm like, that's Lego Dimensions. It just barely worked. I've been trying to do that more with these lists where I wrap it up at the end, relaying the last entry to the list as a whole. This one almost bit me in the butt because I said click on that card, and I think the card didn't show up, but like I put a card to Patreon there, so hopefully that works out. Because I accidentally timed it wrong. So whatever, that's just a little problem. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I rambled on a bit too much, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. If you liked the top 10 list, that would be cool. If you didn't like it, you could tell me if I missed any mistakes. I don't care. I like hearing your opinion. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.